Good day. My name is Jade and I'm a grade 12 learner at Curro Somerset West. Today I will be doing an English home language prepared speech with the title, Can the teenagers of today cross over boundaries easier than their parents? The flight is delayed by 24 months. The engines and wings are checked for the second and third time. Level 3, Level 2, Level 1 is overcome. Flight 2022 is ready to spread its wings and crush all boundaries. Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a scene at Cape Town International Airport after COVID-19 boundaries and restrictions have been lifted, but rather my contemporaries and myself preparing for an uncertain future. We follow on the heels of our parents, and now is the time that we are raising our voices. We, the so-called spoilt generation, can face the uncertain future that COVID-19 has left us head on, because we are able to cross boundaries far easier than our parents were ever able to do. And I would like to make use of the following points to demonstrate how we are able to do so. Firstly, we can navigate social media more positively. Secondly, we organize our lives more effectively. And lastly, our way of thinking is of a more conservative nature. Our generation is savvier at navigating the pitfalls of social media than our parents, because they were the guinea pigs. They made all the mistakes, such as sharing too much of their private information, and we learned from it. In the article Light in the Digi-Tunnel on media24.com, posted on the 2nd of March 2018, Alison O'Keefe Wright, the Director of Strategy for the American research service Open Mind Strategy, believes that today's young people have an entrepreneurial culture and are more adept at using social media and technology than their parents, because they are better equipped at dealing with the ever-changing textbook on how to handle these social evils. Just admit it, parents, social media and working online hit you like a freight train, not to mention your computer-disabled attempts during COVID-19 restrictions to try and make sense of these online challenges. My contemporaries and I could manage these challenges far better than you were ever able to, and thus we can navigate the boundaries of our uncertain future with ease. I believe that you would agree with me when I say that, in the past decade, the world around us changed faster than a bullet train on the Eurorail, and that in the last 2 years, this change went from the speed of a bullet train to the speed of a rocket. And considering this, my generation attempts to create structure and order in an otherwise topsy-turvy, COVID-fatigued world. The trained expert and artist Stephen Bosch from Potchefstroom reiterates this in the article Young in an Uncertain World, published in the fall 2017 issue of Taalgenoot. He said that in the last decade, young people tried to create order after the pendulum swing that the myriad of changes in the 90s created. Unfortunately, this swinging pendulum became an out-of-control spinning top since the commencement of 2020. And in the article COVID's Dark Impact, posted on the Solidarity website, written on the 3rd of May 2021 by Dr. Erika Hitke, counselor and psychometrist in private practice, I read that teenagers had to quickly learn how to create such order to be able to strengthen the hands of their parents. We had to grow up extremely quickly and thus cross the boundary between being a teenager and being an adult. Lastly, our parents grew up in a time where the world changed quickly and unexpectedly. In a time where 9/11 and terrorism was world news for a long period of time. Previous generations had a more liberal view of life, but experts predict that we will only start spreading our liberal wings as we enter the next phase of our lives. The philosopher and philosophy lecturer Dr. Johan Rousseau, who is connected to the University of the Free State, suspects that because today's youth try to create order in the chaos, our generation is the most conservative generation since World War II. On the university's website, ufs.ac.za, he explains that these youths are more circumspect and conservative in their thinking than their predecessors, making sure that they do not repeat the same mistakes. Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, we can navigate the boundaries of social media and online operations more emphatically than our parents ever could. We try to create order in an otherwise tumultuous world, and although our outlook on life is a bit more conservative, we are more inclined to cross the boundaries the world sets for us. I am at the helm of my own future, and the runway is in sight. We as teenagers can easily cross boundaries, and we are well equipped and primed to steer our airplane in the right direction.